Hello, mic testing. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعلى آله. Today is 2nd of April, and we're going to do a trade review of Tuesday, 31st March, the last day of the month, which uh, I did not realize at that time, and that was one of the first signs that I should not have trade that day, or especially did not have forced a trade or taken a trade on lower time frame, which I did, and it resulted in loss. And uh, let's talk about the day. So first of all, on weekly there was SMT forming, but which is wasn't formed, so it's not a valid SMT. It was just forming, so it's it's like still it has 4 or 5 days to close the weekly candle, so anything can happen. So yeah, we not gonna take that seriously, but we will highlight that. We did highlight that, and this was the daily chart, and you can see there was a breaking mark structure. We took smooth lows here, which I did not show. So there was like some sell side liquidity which was taken by this wick, and we went above, respecting the upper part of the weekly, and we break the market structure. So by seeing only this area, it's a it's a bullish sign, and that we are probably going to go bullish, and the entry should be on quarter, and all entry thing is a different thing. Yeah, so on 4 hour there was both sides SMT. The day was confusing, and I should not have traded that much as I did, and still I didn't trade much. I took trade on only one account, even I had like 4 accounts to trade on, but I traded on one account, like two trades on one account, and one was which was like in total there was 4 trades, and two were break even and two were losses. So the losses were like I got a loss on two ideas, and on those two ideas they were both two trades on Think Capital, and one of them was on DNA as well. So one of the trade was same, and both hit the yeah stops. So here we were. It was a confusing day, and I should have it's just that first we'll talk about the day, the price action, then I'll talk about what mistake I did, what should I had done better, and what can be improved. On 1 hour, this was the situation on silver, and you can see both side SMT. It took the previous candle, sorry, this candle, but gold did not, and the SMT on the upside too. Even though uh, we break the structure of daily, I was still not satisfied, or not hadn't confirmed my bias, um, because of that break in market structure, and this breakaway gap and this upper quarter can be used to downside. But that was not, at least, or wasn't the main thing. The main thing was we had smooth lows too, which was concerning me that we can reverse. So yeah, here we are. We are talking about this. I'm reviewing it after like 2 days. So as you can see, we went above, took the buy side liquidity, and they were smooth lows. And you can see 1 2, and it, yeah, it will be taken thing in future. Right now we took this to respect to the upper quarter, right now lower quarter of the weekly. So how we can reverse it, these lows. So we were talking about this. So yeah, this was the thing which was concerning me, that we can reverse too, and because of that I took a trade which I should not have. So I took 4 trades. 3 were logical. First was the most logical trade, and mm, by the time paused time by time, I became like impatient and did the a bit wrong thing, but it could be very worse. And if I were like a 4 months or 5 months old version of me, I improved and I can improve more. And the best thing which I could do in this situation was not even trade, or trade on a higher time frame. I was not confirmed with my bias. There was no daily quarter. There was no uh, confirmation. So even if I wanted to trade, I should have traded on a bit higher time frame and had to a, a big position, or with a big stop loss, and by keeping in mind the situation of the market. And this was the exact thing which came to my mind at my first trade. This was my first trade. It was let me show you the reason behind this trade. It was a kind of risky trade, but if the logic had um, um, if if I was right, it should be paying out, and it did. So what the logic was behind the first trade. So I'm going to open only one chart, which is 4 hour, and that would be enough. So as you can see, we took the recent liquidity and there was smooth lows. That was this was the thing that was concerning me, and that we can break to the downside, use a low quarter and break to the downside. So what we did, we made a candle which closed at this. At that time these were not there. Let me show you the 4 hour chart. Yeah, so this candle, I remembered, it closed, it was here, as you can see. Okay, so the logic behind this trade was, we break the structure on 4 hour, we took the both lows, traded into this gap plus the uh, low quarter. I think it's the previous day low quarter. Let me see. Yeah, it's a longest week quarter. So trade into this, move up, closed above the upper quarter. It's a very very logical and where a long-term confirmation that we are most likely to go to the upside, and took this low and trade into this low quarter, even if we want to go lower as the higher time bias. And this was my thing, but as you can see, it went into it, but not exactly use this to go lower, and higher, use the upper quarter to go lower. Okay, so this was the logic behind this trade, and it was a trade on higher time frame. It was the idea on higher time frame, so which to take a trade on the higher time frame, my stop loss and my take profit, especially my stop loss, should be on keeping in mind of a higher time frame retracement and the way market was moving, the way it was consolidating, the way it was a bit confusing. So first trade was the best trade, and this was a test for my patience. And unfortunately, I'm not proud of that I did not pass in that, and but I'm grateful that I realized this mistake, and I witnessed it, and that I know I I was I I did the wrong thing, and it's okay, and I'm going to improve this, and I'm not going to do this mistake again. I'm going to take time. I'm going to digest this knowledge, and you can see that it was by seeing it like 2 days after, almost 2 days, exactly one day. Uh, it was very clear. It was more clear, and it was a worth it risk. And I took the position. I remember I took this trade on GFT, and I think, I don't know, did I take this trade on Think Capital, or I did not? But let me confirm it. So by the time it loads, you can see it respected the okay, I was talking about the stop loss. So I took the position on 15-minute. The 15-minute first presented fair value gap was formed. We were moving very smoothly. We were moving very low resistantly. A new word. And the 5-minute gap was formed. It wasn't even traced into it. I didn't even trace into it. So stop loss. So if I'm taking a trade on 15-minute or 5-minute, my stop loss should be at least, if I'm using the first presented fair value gap as well, and I know there's a first presented 15-minute gap, the stop loss should be at least on the below CE, or the below the body of that gap. I place the stop loss at the low. Why? because the price action was not good, and we could go into this first presented failure, and then we could go into this, and then we could go to the upside. So that would also be a very sensible um, thing to be happen. एक सेकेंड मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ. Let me show you. I think I took this trade on GFT. It's Tuesday. No, I did not take this trade on GST, but I did take this trade on sorry, I did not take this trade on Think Capital, but I did take this trade on GFT, and I closed it. And the reason behind was the 5-minute break in market structure and the way it was spending time. So, and in simple words, the main thing was I was impatient. I was impatient. I want to get a move very quickly, and the way the trades paying out like in the previous trades, in the previous days, so they were very quick, and they were like very good trades on 1 minute time frame. So it was a good thing, but it affects it did not affect, but I take it like I did not I take it not in a positive thing, and I am a bit impatient. And thankfully I'm grateful that I did this mistake very right after the trade, and I realized it, and I did not lose my control totally. As you can see, but only this trade was a mistake, was not a good trade. Let me show you the reason behind this trade. I'm going to the main thing is over. The buys are been talked about, and all the price action has been talked about, and the mistake. So right now I'm just going to talk about the executions. So first trade was this. I already explained the reason behind this trade. The second trade is this. On 1 minute time frame, we took this lose, and I took a very risky position. And I don't know, that was a mistake. The mistake was that even if I wanted to take this trade, I should have risk lower, and or place the stop loss at the CE, or even if the stop loss would have been on CE, it would be a stop loss, but it would be a more logical trade. So I took a risky trade, which was a turtle soup, and I did not even and it didn't form at that time. But yeah, as you can see, I took this recent liquidity, and there was not a lower time frame liquidity at that time to be taken, but on a higher time frame. So I did not kept this in mind, and I did not even waited for a breaker, which would be more logical, which would be like more sensible to take this trade. I took this trade on this, and it hit the stop loss. The second it hit it made us a big candle to the downside. I took a shot, and the reason behind at that time in my mind was, if we are not going to the upside and we break to the downside by like this candle, we are going to take the lower time frame liquidity, and we're going to trade into the gap, most likely to go lower, or even if we want to go to the upside, we're going to spend the time here. Okay, as the thing was in my mind at that time when I was placing the stop loss. Okay, so I took the trade, and even if I wanted to take this trade, this trade would be a more logical trade if I would have waited this to break to the downside, and to like what I mean by this is, and to use with a brush to use this C at least. This would more logical entry, or the more model of mine would be like using the first present if you value gap. But even it was the end of the session, and I wanted to trade this. I should have waited. Okay, second, like use this gap, made a proportional block, use that, and then go lower. Okay, I did not, and it hit the stop loss. क्या है? Acha, okay, so it hit the stop loss. I entered again on 1 minute time frame, and we took the liquidity. Sorry, not liquidity. We respected it. I became again the bias guy. I saw that we are going to the upside, and it was just a manipulation. And we took the trade here on the this IFVG on 5 minute, and the second it went higher here. I set the stop loss to the break, and we went lower. I hadn't hit my stop loss, spent some time, and at the PM we start going to upside. What a very good day. So yeah, this was the day, and I, as I said that I didn't know, I didn't realize that this was the last day of the month, and realized it after the trade or after the day. So this is my journal. I'm doing my journal, and it's, I'm pushing myself to do it. Still, I'm going to be disciplined in it, and did it very well. Grateful, and this was all. To be honest, I was going all the shit, all the things almost all the thing I talked about already. The first trade reason, break even. The second trade, towards a smooth upper quarter. Okay, but not a third trade. It was not a good as it was low. So I break down. I thought it was going to yes. I should have break. Okay, the fourth trade, the respective first price and upside and a breaker form. Okay, I took it on high time frame at that time. I resulted in break even. So yeah, this was the day, and resulted in a loss. It's been I thought I didn't started the recording. Looked at this, but the recording was there. So right now I want to talk about the recent trade as well, but I don't know. It would be a long video to come up. It will become a long video. Should I? Let's just talk. So here's the Wednesday. This is the Wednesday. A very not a good day, to be honest. And I took one trade, and I took only one trade. And where is the position, my brother? Where is the position? Yes, this is it. What the time frame? No purchase. Yeah, this is it. So on a higher time frame, I was bullish. Oh, sorry, I was bearish, and there was no higher time frame breaking. My market structure was formed. Let me see. There's no liquidity. Clearly was cleaned on the buy side, but they were, you can see they are smooth lows. They were smooth lows to the downside. I took a risky trade, not a totally risky trade, but you can see we went higher. The news was 8:30. Let me show you the news on Tuesday. The news was at 8:30 and 10 a.m. The day we reviewed, and the Wednesday it was the NFE day, and okay, 10 p.m. was Trump speaks when the market moved to its direction. So NFE week 10 a.m. news. So yep, 10 a.m. news was released. Then the 1 minute we were consolidating. 1 minute first reason if you were to grab 5 minute was informed at that time. And one thing more is I want to talk about is as you know, if you don't I will tell you that that US 100, which is Nasdaq, is moved in the side almost in the same direction as gold, and you can say it into same thing to the into reverse, that gold moves like Nasdaq. So basically it moves in the they both moves in the same direction. On Nasdaq I was bullish. That was a thing that was enough for me to be like away from the market, or should have waited for a higher time frame entry. Okay, so I'm not going to show the all the charts, but I'm going to explain by only on 1 minute. So you can see the low quarter of the weekly, upper quarter of the weekly opening gap monthly. It's a small week, so 9:30 opening, 5 minute first phase entry fair value gap. On higher time frame it was shit. This thing, not high time frame, on 5 minute or 15 minute, no one can get idea where we I don't there's no clear breaking market structure, there's no clear liquidity taken, there's no like we took the low then we took the high and just like a shitty. So on, but by seeing on 1 minute time frame, they were quarters was which was being respected, and there was 15-minute gap as well which was being respected, and there was smooth highs on the higher time frame. There was smooth highs here on 4 hour. I think I'm going to I have to show it. So there were smooth highs, and yeah, this wasn't taken at that time, or was it? Yes, it was. So the smooth highs still was there, and smooth lows as well, but I was more bullish on Nasdaq than bearish. So yeah, expected the first presented and we went to the upside. Not so, but on gold, I was bearish, and it was a high time frame bias, and as you can see, it moved to my direction when the time came. Okay, real bias. So it was totally, I'm not, it was not my model mistake. It was not a good day. The mistake is was that I traded. Uh, it's no, I should not have traded totally. I should be experiencing this kind of market and should be learning from it. Should be experiencing this kind of market. So on lower time frame, I'm going to just talk about the logic behind this trade. We made SMT. This was a 1 hour SMT, I think, and we went higher, touched a low quarter, took the risk, liquidity. There was smooth lows plus upper quarter here, and first presented fair value gap break, proportional block, and I entered. The position was a bit more lower in this, and I remember my stop loss was more than 100, and I took this trade only on one account, which was Think Capital. We again are in drawdown on one only account. The other account we are at break even. So the one right thing what I did was I did not trade on other accounts, or did not trade on all accounts or risking on any other account, because I knew that this market is not, price action is not good right now, and if I want to trade, should be trading on only one account and should be risking a logical amount. So in total, in 2 days, I took like three losses or four losses. On Think Capital, I took three losses in a row. So it's okay. So the market was not good, and I think I should learn from this, and should I could do better was, and that I should have risked a lower. I should be witnessing this kind of market beforehand, and not participating in this kind of market, or if I want to, should be taking trade on higher time frame, and and taking only one or two position, or only one, as I did on the Wednesday, the day before uh today, yesterday. So yeah, this was the day. This was the market review. This was the trade review. 2 days mainly of 31st of March, and then mid of 1st April. Still have to journal it. I will journal it, inshallah ta'ala. I did not post the beforehand of this day in the journal, but right now, which is not a good thing, but right now what I can do is I can post the post market screenshot and talk about it in the journal. And yeah, okay, that's it for the day, and inshallah ta'ala in the next video, Allah Hafiz.